Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Have you done your classwork? I have told you to write all the short answers in the classwork note. As well as you have to finish your homework every day. Okay? So if you don't send your homework, you will not receive the mark. Did you understand? So every day you have to send the homework. Some people are there. Those people they send the homework weekly once and 3 days once. That is not acceptable. Okay? Venu Prasad, you have to send your homework every day. Got it? Take your social science book, all of you. Take your social science book. Look, page number 40. Today we are going to start a new lesson in history. 4th unit. Unit 4. The world after World War II. Already 3 units have completed in the history. Yes or no? What are they? Outbreak of World War I and its aftermath. The world between two world wars. World War II we have completed. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is the world after World War II. இரண்டாம் உலகப் போருக்கு பின்பாக உலகம் எப்படி இருந்தது? What happened in the world? We are going to see. Got it? The first World War started from 1914 to 1918. Is or no? And the second World War started from 1939 to end on 1945. So the second World War is the longest period. You see the 1914 to 18 first World War only 4 years. Okay, but the second World War 1939 to 1945 almost 6 years. Is or no? 6 years complete. Is or no? So completely 6 years war happened. So many changes happened after the World War II. Okay, so after the World War II, the two superpowers were become. One is USA and Soviet Union in Russia. Okay, Russia and America, they were the two superpowers. They formed after the World War II. Got it? So in learning objectives, what are given? You see there: Communist Revolution in China, Cold War and the Non-Alignment Movement, Korean War and the Cuban Missile Crisis, Arab-Israeli Wars and Vietnam War, European Economic Community and European Union, fall of Berlin Wall and the end of Cold War era. So these all happened after the World War II. Got it? The first incident, what happened? You see there? Before start the lesson, in introduction what is given, we will see that in the aftermath of Second World War, a new era began. It was the beginning of the decline of European colonial empires and the independence of colonies in Asia and Africa. If the effects of World War I led to the Communist Revolution of Russia, the Second World War played a big part in the Communist Revolution in China. So in the First World War, after the First World War, the Communist Revolution was there in Russia. After the Second World War, Communist Revolution was happened in China. Okay, and after the Second World War, the world divided into two superpowers. One is US and another one is USSR. Okay, US means United States America, and USSR means Russia. The full form of USSR is Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Okay, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. They were the superpowers in the world. Okay, a Cold War situation triggered deadly conflicts in Korea, Cuba, Vietnam and West Asia. So in many countries after the World War, the Cold War happened. We will see in the next part, we will see about the Cold War. What is Cold War? Okay, under the Marshall Plan for reconstruction of the war ravaged Europe, the US won the trust of the great powers in Europe. Soviet Russia, by demonstrating solidarity with the liberation struggles of countries in Asia and Africa, and the goodwill of the later. So after the World War II, many movements were formed, like non-aligned movement, and many revolutions were happened in the world. Okay, the first revolution, Chinese revolution. Okay, in China, the revolution, the communist revolution was happening in China. Okay, so what happened in China? We'll see. Okay, China in the pre-war period. In its long history, Chinese civilization was more advanced than that of Europe, but by the end of the 19th century, progress had halted. The Manchus, the ruling dynasty, had governed China since about 1650. ஸோ சைனீஸ் நாகரிகம் வந்து யூரோப்பியன்ஸை விட ரொம்ப அதிகமானது, நீளமானது. 19th century இட் ப்ராக்ரஸ் ஹேட் ஹேல்டட். அதோட வரலாறு வந்து அதோட நாகரிகம் வந்து கொஞ்சம் சுருங்கியது. ஓகே, த மஞ்சூஸ் ஒன்லி தே ரூல்டு த சைனா டில் 1650. ஓகே, ஸோ ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 16,650 years China was ruled by the Manchus. Okay, the entire administration system was in the hands of a bureaucracy of scholar official called mandarins who came from the landed gentry. So Chinese revolution, what happened in China? China was controlled by the Manchus. Okay, almost 1650 years China was controlled by the Manchus. Okay, the Chinese civilization was very long than the Europe civilization. Got it? But the end of the 19th century, the Chinese civilization had halted. Got it? Then the Taiping Rebellion. What is that? Taiping Rebellion, 1850-64 almost. The Taiping Rebellion. Rebellion means புரட்சி. Okay, கலகம். It was happened from 1850 to 64, almost 14 years. It was a major rebellion in the two opium wars of 1832 and 1848 happened during this period. So in that time, the China was defeated. Okay, and the China was compelled to open the ports to the Western powers. Western powers means Europe. Okay, Europe. So the China was compelled to open the ports. In 1898, the young emperor initiated a series of reforms known as the 100 Days of Reform. Okay, 100 நாள். You see that the 100 days reform, 100 நாட்கள் சீர்திருத்தம். But these reforms aroused tremendous opposition from the powerful conservatives and the Dowager Empress Susi. What is that? Susi. She imprisoned the emperor and reversed the reform. So, the 100 days of reform was made by the young emperor, but the empress means பேரரசி, Susi, she hated this 100 days reform. So she imprisoned the emperor and reversed the reforms. அந்த சூசிங்கிற பேரரசி வந்து அந்த யங் எம்பரர் பேரரசரை வந்து சிறையில் தள்ளி இந்த 100 days ரிஃபார்மை வந்து என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, புறந்தள்ளினாங்க. ஓகே, then the Chinese Revolution 1911. Okay, Chinese Revolution 1911. The disintegration of the Manchu dynasty began with the death of the Dowager Empress in 1908. The new emperor was 2 years old and the provincial governors began to assert their independence. In October 1911, the local army mutinied and the revolt spread. So, the disintegration of the Manchu dynasty began with the death of the Dowager Empress in 1908. Okay, the Manchu dynasty, Manchu Vamsam. Okay, Manchu dynasty means Manchu Vamsam. அது தாவேகர் அப்படிங்கிறவர் வந்து இறந்ததோட மஞ்சு வம்சம் என்ன ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சு, சிதைய ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சு. ஓகே. ஸோ ஆஃப்டர் தட் இந்த லோக்கல் ஆர்மி முட்டினீர், உள்ளூர்லேயே இராணுவங்களுக்கு இடையே என்ன ஏற்பட்டது, நிறையா சண்டைகள் ஏற்பட்டது. ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் கால்டு த சைனீஸ் ரெவல்யூஷன். இட் வாஸ் ஹேப்பன்ட் ஆன் 1911. ஓகே. Then Dr. Sun Yat-sen, born in a poor family near Canton, Dr. Sun Yat-sen, the father of modern China, was educated in a mission school and became a Christian. He was then trained as a doctor of medicine in Hong Kong. Evincing interest in politics, he took part in a rising against the Manchus in 1895. So this Dr. Sun Yat-sen, he was a poor family man, okay, and he born in a poor family, and he was the father of modern China, okay, and he studied in a mission school and became a Christian, and he trained as a doctor of medicine in Hong Kong, and he had some interest in politics. So he took part in a rising against the Manchus in 1895. In 1905, he founded in Tokyo the political party which in 1912 became the Kuomintang or the National People's Party. Okay, so the National People's Party or Kuomintang. It was made by the Dr. Sun Yat-sen. Okay. When it was made in 1905, he founded in Tokyo political party. Then 1912, it became the National People's Party. Dr. Sun Yat-sen's three principles were nationalism, democracy, and people's livelihood with socialism are the ultimate objects. So these three are the important principles which were made by this Dr. Sun Yat-sen. What are they? Nationalism, democracy, and people's livelihood with socialism. Okay. Yuan Shikai and after. Yuan Shikai and after. The unity of China under Yuan Shikai lasted for 4 years. On his death in 1916, a new president was appointed for the next 12 years, but the government was central only in name. Okay, so he controlled the Yuan Shikai, ruled the China almost 4 years. Okay, then he died. After his death, a new president was appointed for the next 12 years. Got it? So he was but he was controlled the country in the one name. பேரளவில் மட்டும்தான் என்ன செஞ்சார், அவர் ஒரு பிரசிடெண்ட்டாக இருந்தார். ஓகே, நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் Communist Party of China. Communist Party of China. With the revolution and the breakup of the old society, Confucian thought was generally sidelined, and after the Russian Revolution of 1917, the ideas of Marx and Lenin became popular among intellectuals. So they followed the ideas of Marx and Lenin. Okay. Lenin became popular among intellectuals. Marx and Lenin became the popular among intellectuals. In 1918, a society for the study of Marxism was formed in Peking University. The study of Marxism. So the ideas of Marx. Marx is a person. Okay, he gave some ideas. So the study of Marxism, which was made by the Marx, okay, and it was formed in Peking University. Among the students who attended was Ma Zedong. Who is Ma Zedong? He was born from 1893 to 1976. Mao was born in Henan in southeast China. His father was a wealthy peasant. Father was a wealthy ஒரு செல்வ செழிப்பான விவசாயி. Okay. And a firm supporter of the Manchus. மஞ்சு வம்சத்தை வந்து ஆதரிச்சவர். Mao, who was very fond of reading, soon showed his ability and entered the junior college at Changsha. This was the year 1911 when revolution had broken out in China. So he entered the junior college at Changsha when 1911. Okay, in that time only in China revolution happened. Okay, it had broken in China. Got it? And he worked and he joined the revolutionary army, but soon left and enrolled in the teachers training college in Changsha. In the following year, Mao began his full-fledged political activities of Henan and emerged as a staunch communist. So like Dr. Sun Yat-sen, Mao Zedong, so many people were there in China, and they also participated in the revolution. Okay, revolution means புரட்சி. Kuomintang and Chiang Kai-shek. Kuomintang and Chiang Kai-shek. After the death of Sun Yat-sen, the leader of the Kuomintang was Chiang Kai-shek. Already you have listened that the Kuomintang. This was one of the political parties and the communist party, which was made by the Sun Yat-sen. Yes, Sun Yat-sen only made the National People's Party, which is called the Kuomintang Party. Okay, so after the death of the Sun Yat-sen, the Chiang Kai-shek only got the power of the Kuomintang, while the Communist Party was under Mao Zedong and Zhou Enlai. Okay, so the Communist Party was controlled by the Mao Zedong and Zhou Enlai, and the Kuomintang Party was controlled by the Chiang Kai-shek. Okay, the Kuomintang represented the interest of the landlords and capitalists. In 1928, he was successful in capturing Peking. Who? Chiang Kai-shek captured the Peking. Once again, there was a central government in China. So the Kuomintang, it was the party, the National People's Party, okay, which was controlled by the Sun Yat-sen. After the death of the Sun Yat-sen, it was ruled by the Chiang Kai-shek, and at the same time the Communist Party was under the Mao Zedong and Zhou Enlai, and in 1928 the Chiang Kai-shek captured Peking. Mao as organizer of peasants. Mao had understood that the Kuomintang grip on the towns was very strong, so he concentrated his energies on organizing the peasantry. A few hundred communists led by Mao retreated into the wild mountains. Here they stayed for the next 7 years. As the army of Mao was gradually growing, the Kuomintang was unable to penetrate the mountains. Okay, Mao அவர் வந்து ஒரு குரூப் பிசன்ஸ், ஒரு விவசாயிகள் எல்லாரையும் சேர்த்து ஒரு குரூப் வந்து ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணார். அவங்க வந்து நிறைய 100 பீப்புளுக்கு மேலே நிறைய நூற்றுக்கணக்கான பேரை ஜாயின் பண்ணி அவங்கள வந்து என்ன செஞ்சாங்கன்னா ஒரு வைல்டு மவுண்டெயினில் வந்து ஸ்டே பண்ணி 7 இயர்ஸ் ஸ்டே பண்ணி அவங்க ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராங்கான ஆர்மியாக என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, க்ரோனப் ஆனாங்க. அதனால் ஆனால் கோமிங்டன் குரூப்பால் அந்த மவுண்டெயின்குள்ளே போகக்கூட என்ன முடியும். ஓகே, The Long March 1934. By 1933, Mao had gained full control of the Chinese Communist Party. This is very important. Listen very carefully. So, in this, the Long March 1934, 4 years are there. Okay, from 1933 to 1937. 1933, what happened? 34, 35, 37. So, by 1933, Mao had gained full control of the Chinese Communist Party. In 1934, the Communist army of about 1 lakh set out on the Long March. நீண்ட பயணம். Okay, long march means what? நீண்ட பயணம். This march has become legendary. Of the 1 lakh who set out, only 20,000 finally reached northern Chennai late in 1935 after crossing nearly 6,000 miles. 1,00,000 பேரோட என்ன செஞ்சாங்க லாங் மார்ச்சில் வந்து ஈடுபட்டாங்க. ஆனால் ஒன்லி 20,000 மட்டும்தான் என்ன செஞ்சாங்க ரீச் பண்ணாங்க 1935. 1 year completely they walked. Okay, 6,000 miles they crossed. By 1937, Mao had become the leader of over 10 million people. So, in 1933, what happened? Mao had gained full control of the Chinese Communist Party, and in 1934, the Communist army of about 1 lakh set out on the long march. And 1 lakh who set out, only 20,000 finally reached northern Chennai late in 1935. And in 1937, Mao became the leader of the party, okay, for Communist Party, over more than 10 million people. But it all are peasants. Next, Japanish aggression. Okay, Japan continued to occupy North Chinese provinces while developing Manchuria as a military base. Mao believed that Chiang Kai-shek was necessary for some time to hold together Kuomintang to fight the Japanese. As a consequence of this pragmatic policy, the attacks on the communists gradually stopped. So, China was attacked by the Japanese. In that time, in China, the Communist Party. Okay, the Mao only ruled the Communist Party. He was the head of the Communist Party, and Chiang Kai-shek was the head leader of the Kuomintang Party. Yes or no? So the Mao decided to join with the Kuomintang Party to attack the Japanese. So they were joined together so that the Japanese the attacks of the communist gradually stopped. கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக என்ன செஞ்சாங்க ஜப்பான் வந்து அட்டாக் பண்ணுறதை குறைச்சாங்க. ஆனாலும் ஒரு பகுதியை என்ன செஞ்சிட்டாங்க கைப்பற்றிட்டாங்க. Okay, communist victory. With the surrender of the Japanese 1945, both the Kuomintang and communists sought to occupy the Japanese areas. In this race, the Kuomintang was successful. The cities and railways soon fell into their hands. Even the area around Peking was soon controlled by Chiang Kai-shek's forces, largely because of the military aid given by the USA. So the Japanese, after in World War II, Japan was surrendered. Is or no? On 1945, we know that. We have seen in the last class. So the Kuomintang Party and the communists, they were started to occupy the Japan areas. And the Kuomintang only was very successful. The Kuomintang Party occupied most of the area in Japan. Many cities and railways, these all were got by the Kuomintang Party. Okay, and because the Kuomintang Party got all the military equipments from the USA. National People's Congress. In September 1949, before fighting had ended in the south of China, the People's Political Consultative Conference met in Peking. Consisting of over 650 delegates from the Communist Party and other left-wing organizations, the conference elected the Central Governing Council with Mao as its chairman. So the National People's Congress, it was made in September 1949. Before fighting had entered in the south of China. China வந்து அந்த ஏற்கனவே நடந்துட்டு இருந்த இந்த ரெவல்யூஷன் வந்து முடிகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே the People's Political Consultative Conference met in Peking. பெக்கிங்கில் வந்து ஒரு கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் மீட்டிங் நடந்துச்சு. அதில் யாரெல்லாம் கலந்து கொண்டாங்கன்னா 650 delegates. Okay, and from the Communist Party and many organization, and the conference elected the Central Governing Council with Mao as its chairman. Mao தான் அதுக்கு வந்து என்னதான் இருந்தார், சேர்மனாக இருந்தார், ஹெட்டாக இருந்தார். Denial of UNO membership. The United States refused to recognize the People's Republic of China for more than 2 decades. 1 decade means 10 years. Is not 2 decade means 20 years. The United States means America. Is no. So this America 20 years என்ன பண்ணுச்சுன்னா சைனா வந்து அதை வந்து ஒரு ரிப்பப்ளிக் கண்ட்ரியாக வந்து அறிவிக்கிறதுக்காக என்ன செஞ்சிச்சு, மறுத்துச்சு. ஓகே. Cold War, rivalry between the US and the Soviet Union. Already in the first beginning of the lesson we have seen the Cold War, but now we are going to see what is Cold War. Okay, rivalry between the US and the Soviet Union. Truman's policy of containment of communism. In 1948, after the World War II, the Soviets had established a socialist government in the countries of Eastern Europe. So in Europe countries, the Soviet means the Russia. Okay, so they established the socialist government that had been liberated from the Nazis by the Soviet army. Truman, the president of USA, pursued a policy of containment of communism. The Soviets were, however, determined not only to maintain control of Eastern Europe, but also keen on spreading communism worldwide. Europe, the Soviet Russia வந்து யூரோப்பை மட்டும் கண்ட்ரோலில் வச்சுருக்கணும்னு நினைக்கல, உலகம் ஃபுல்லாகவே கம்யூனிசத்தை வந்து ஸ்ப்ரெட் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுல வந்து சோவியத் யூனியன் வந்து ரொம்ப தீவிரமாக இருந்தாங்க. ஓகே. Cold War, the rivalry that developed after World War II between the US and the USSR and their respective allies created tension which is referred to as Cold War. So after the World War II, the US and USSR, the competition that happened in between US and USSR. Okay, and it created the tension that was called the Cold War. They did not take resources to weapons. Instead, they waged war on political, economic and ideological fronts. அவங்க வந்து ஆயுதங்களை வச்சு ஃபைட் பண்ணலை, அவங்க வந்து அவங்க ஐடியாவை யூஸ் பண்ணி பொருளாதாரத்தில், அரசியலில் வந்து அவங்க என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, ஃபைட் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருந்தாங்க. That's why it was called Cold War. Okay. Marshall Plan. This is also very important. The US conceived the Marshall Plan to bring the countries in Western Europe under its influence. The plan sought to help the countries of Europe with American dollars to facilitate their early recovery from the destruction caused by the Second World War. அதாவது செகண்ட் வேர்ல்டு வாரில் எல்லா நாடுகளுமே நிறைய பொருளாதாரத்தில் பின்தங்கியிருந்தது. எதானோ. ஸோ அமெரிக்கா வந்து நிறைய டாலர்ஸ் வந்து யூரோப்புக்கு கொடுக்குறோம் அப்படிங்கிற பிளான் தான் அது என்னது, மார்ஷல் பிளான். ஓகே. செகண்ட் வேர்ல்டு வார்க்கு அப்புறம் இந்த யூரோப்பில் வந்து தேவைப்பட்ட பணத்தை வந்து அமெரிக்காவிலேருந்து வாங்கிடலான்னு அவங்க அமெரிக்கன் டாலர்ஸ் என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, கொடுத்தாங்க. தட் இஸ் அவங்க திரும்பவும் பழைய நிலைமைக்கு வருகிறதுக்காக. That is called Marshall Plan. The US conceived the Marshall Plan to bring the countries in Western Europe under its influence. அவங்க வந்து அந்த டாலர்ஸை கொடுத்து அந்த கண்ட்ரிகளை வந்து அவங்க பக்கமாக கவரணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக நிறைய அமெரிக்கன் டாலர்ஸ் என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, யூரோப்புக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க. Formation of military alliance. Okay, formation of military alliances. NATO. The full form of NATO is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The United States and its European allies formed the North Atlantic Treaty Organization to resist Soviet aggression in Europe. So the Europe also joined with the America because the Marshall Plan. Because of the Marshall Plan, America provided many dollars to the Europe. So Europe joined with the America, and the two United States and European allies, they formed the NATO. Okay. To resist Soviet aggression in Europe 1949. It was an interstate military alliance between the countries of North America and Europe. The major members countries included, இதில் வந்து எந்தெந்த கண்ட்ரிலாம் வந்து நேட்டோவில் வந்து மெம்பராக இருந்தாங்கன்னா, கனடா, பெல்ஜியம், டென்மார்க், ஃப்ரான்ஸ், ஐஸ்லாண்ட், இட்டாலி, லக்சம்பர்க், the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal and the United Kingdom. These all the countries were the members in the NATO. Okay, NATO means North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which was made on 1949. You have to keep in the mind clearly. Okay, then later Greece and Turkey joined the organization 1942. when it was formed in that time, there are many countries, Canada, Belgium, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal and the United Kingdoms. After 3 years, Greece and Turkey joined with the organization. Germany joined in the NATO in 1955. The chief objective of NATO was the peace and security in the North Atlantic region. அந்த நேட்டோவோட ஒரு உண்மையான தாட், அவங்களுடைய ஏமே, முக்கியமான நோக்கமே அமைதியும் இருக்கணும், பாதுகாப்பு இருக்கணும். நார்த் அட்லாண்டிக் ரீஜனில் வந்து அமைதியும் பாதுகாப்பு இருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் இந்த நேட்டோ வந்து உருவாக்கப்பட்டதோட காரணம். நெக்ஸ்ட் C2 ஆர் Manila Pact. It was made in 1954. Okay, the full form of C2 is Southeast Asia Treaty Organization. C2 was organized for the collective security of countries in Southeast Asia following the signing of the Manila Pact 1954 by the US, France, England, New Zealand, Australia, Philippines, Thailand and Pakistan. These all were the members of the C2. Member countries of C2 were committed to prevent communism from gaining ground in the region. Unlike the NATO alliance, C2 had no joint commands with the standing forces. Okay, so the C2, it was formed on 1954. Okay, and the NATO was formed in 1949. Okay, இந்த ஒப்பந்தத்தில் இருந்த இந்த மெம்பர்ஸ் கண்ட்ரிஸ் எல்லாமே இந்த பொது உடைமை சிந்தனை, அதாவது இந்த கம்யூனிசம் அதை பரவுவதை வந்து என்ன செஞ்சிருந்தது, தடுப்பதற்காகவே அவங்க வந்து அந்த C2ங்கிறத வந்து ஏற்படுத்தினாங்க. ஓகே, ஆனால் அந்த நேட்டோவில் இருக்கிற அந்த ஜாயிண்ட் கமெண்ட்ஸ் அவங்க எல்லோரும் சேர்ந்துருந்தாங்க. அந்த பெர்மனண்ட் பிளேசஸ் அதெல்லாம் C2வில் இல்லை. ஓகே, Warsaw Pact. As a counter to the NATO, Soviet Union organized the Soviet bloc countries for united military action under the Warsaw Pact. In December 1954, a conference of 8 European nations, namely Albania, Bulgaria, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, Poland, Romania and Russia took place in Moscow. Okay, so these all the countries were made a conference, got it, on December 1954. They concluded the treaty on May 14, 1955. This is known as the Warsaw Pact. In the country எல்லாமே சேர்ந்து ஒரு பேக்ட் உருவாக்குனாங்க. அதான் வர்சா பேக்ட். எப்போ உருவாக்குனாங்கன்னா May 14, 1955. A joint command of armed forces of the member country with its headquarters in Moscow was set up. The Warsaw Pact was dissolved in 1995 following the breakup of USSR. When it was made May 1955. Yes or no? ஆனால் 1991 என்ன செஞ்சிச்சு, அது பிரேக்கப் ஆயிடுச்சு USSR. ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் த USSR. And next one is CENTO or the Baghdad Pact. It was made in 1955. Okay, and some member countries are there: Turkey, Iraq, Great Britain, Pakistan and Iran. These all were signed for the CENTO on 1955. Okay, so it was called as the Baghdad Pact, CENTO or the Baghdad Pact. And in 1858 America also joined with this pact. Okay, when 1958 United States of America also joined with this organization. After that it was called as Central Treaty Organization. Okay, and this treaty was open to any Arab nation desiring peace and security in this region. CENTO was dissolved in 1979. Almost 24 years it was run, but after that it was dissolved. Okay, so 1955 it was made, and the 55 it was made, and 58 the America also joined with this pact. So it was known as the Central Treaty Organization after America USA joined with this organization. Okay, so today class has finished. So we have seen many things today. Chinese Revolution and many NATO, CETO, Warsaw Pact, CENTO, and what are the member countries. In China, what happened? In China, there were two party. Communist Party was ruled by the Mao, and the Kuomintang Party was controlled by the Chiang Kai-shek. And when the Japanese aggression was happened in the China, Communist Party and Kuomintang Party, they were joined together and they attacked the Japanese. They protected the China from the Japanese. But some part of the China was attacked by the Japanese. But the remaining parts all were protected by the two parties, Communist Party and the Kuomintang Party. Okay, and after that many organizations were made like the NATO, CETO, CENTO, and Warsaw Pact. Okay, and the USA helped the European countries to influence our the European வந்து இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக நிறைய டாலர்ஸ் கொடுத்து அவங்கள என்ன செஞ்சாங்க, இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் பண்ணி அவரை கையில் வச்சுட்டு ரஷ்யாவை அட்டாக் பண்ணுறதுக்காக பிளான் பண்ணி. Okay, this all we have seen today. We will see the remaining part tomorrow. Okay, and today our homework is answer briefly. Okay, the short answers, 4 short answers are there. They are very important. Study and write them in the homework note. Okay, don't copy and write. If you copy and write, there is no use. Okay, the classwork note also, what are the short answers you write already. I have told you to write all the short answers in the classwork note. Yes or no? Study and write, then only you can study some more questions. Yes or no? So this is a homework. Answer briefly. Write any 3 causes for the Chinese Revolution of 1911. Write a note on Mao's Long March. What do you know of Baghdad Pact, and what was Marshall Plan? These are very important questions. So study and write in the homework note. Okay, and get the guide. Some people still you did not get the guide. Without guide, how can you write the homework, and how do you study? I don't know. Get the guide first. Okay, get the guide and use the guide for study and writing. Okay, study every day. Every day, all the subject you have to study. Not only the particular subjects, all the subject you have to study, so that you can study everything. Got it? Prepare very well. We'll see you tomorrow.